Hi, my name is Crystal, and today I will be making a sustainable DIY project. I will be making a pencil case, so continue watching to find out how this pencil case is related to sustainability and how it relates to AP Environmental Science. I will be using yarn that I've thrifted. You can also unravel any old clothes made from yarn as shown in these clips. You also need a crochet hook. This can be found from any craft store. You need 2 bobby pins. I found these lying around in my home. And you also need a pencil. So the first step is to grab your yarn and make a slip knot. I'm making the first row of my pencil case right now. The first row will determine the size of my pencil case, so I will be using the pencil as a size reference. For my second row and onwards, I'm using a different pattern, but this is going to be the same pattern for the rest of my pencil case. I did about 26 rows, but it's all up to your personal reference on how long you want your pencil case to be. So after making the size of the pencil case that I want it to be, it's now time to assemble it. I started off with leaving a long tail for the base of my pencil case. I chose how big I wanted my flap to be. And then I used the 2 bobby pins to mark the 2 sides, just to make sure that my pencil case is even. I then connected the sides together, and I also made the flap more defined. To finish my pencil case, I cut the yarn and I hit the tail and then I trimmed it. With thrifted yarn, I just made a pencil case that I can now store my school supplies in. But I think this pencil case is really boring and we need to make sure no pencils fall out. So I'll now be making the strings for the pencil case. I'm using a different color just to make the pencil case more vibrant. I'm using the same pattern I used for my pencil case, but I'm only doing 2 rows for each of the strings. After making the 2 strings, I just attached them to my pencil case. And then I tied a knot after weaving in the yarn to the base of the pencil case just to make sure that the strings are secured. And just like that, the sustainable DIY pencil case is now completed. You can store all your school supplies in this pencil case and none of the supplies will fall out because I did a shake durability test, as you can see. Yep. So my project aligns with waste reduction and resource conservation by encouraging people to reuse materials they already have instead of buying new items, such as upcycling their clothes or thrifting yarn. This reduces the demand for mass-produced goods, which often require a lot of raw materials, water, and energy to make. By using secondhand yarn and repurposed items, I'm showing how we can keep materials in use for longer, which reduces the amount of waste that ends up in landfills and the need to constantly extract new resources from the environment. Instead of throwing away old clothes made from yarn or yarn in general, we're reusing it for a new purpose.